What's going on, everyone? Okay, we're back with something a little different today. I know we've had a lot of 3TC footage lately because that's just been something we've been trying to get done with Billy's car down in Hawaii, where we received the motor that came out of the car. Unfortunately, that engine was bad, had a small crack, and we put together a new motor along with the spare engine. So a lot of that 3TC footage has been going on for a while. We didn't have any 3TC footage, and I told you guys we were going to get bombarded with it. So we head down for the May 2021 race. So that's coming fast, and God willing, you know, the car works out the way it should, and we hope it does, which should be a fun time. So I wanted to give you guys something different. We are back to some 3S footage. So I had this car that you guys saw. I made a video for a while ago, and basically it was together. We had the intake manifold on. We basically presented a lot of stuff, trying to get everything mocked up before we finalized, or we put everything on for the last time. So I didn't want to, I basically like to present a lot of things just to get like the exhaust done. Like even the header's not finalized right now. It's done, but it's not bolted on. But I wanted to get the exhaust finished, which I did. I'm 90% done with the exhaust. I got last video, I didn't have coils on, which I do now. These are the coils we are going to use. A lot cleaner. I planned on using IGN-1 coils originally, which was just going to be too big. It was not going to be, you know, it was basically going to take away from the aesthetics of the valve cover. So I didn't want to do that. So I was brainstorming what to do, and we came up with these. These are actually the same coils that when I was in Malta, my buddy Jonathan had used on the 3S dragster. So he told me what they were. We got them on there now. And now I'm just finalizing all the other stuff that needs to be done. So ground cables, I'm doing all the wiring. All the positives are ran. That's coming from the alternator. This is coming from the battery. This is going to power inside of the car. Water line's done. I actually have the line here that's going to come out of the fuel filter. I'm sorry, the oil filter. And oil filter, I meant to say. I don't know if I said fuel filter. But that's going to run around to feed oil to the motor. So I actually made this little guy here. Screws into the original oil filter location. I welded this little stainless piece on it, and I have this fitting. So that's going to be next once I get the exhaust done. That's what I plan on doing. So here's the intake manifold you guys saw. We were changing some things up here because originally I was going to run 2 different size injectors and stage them. I'm not going to do that anymore. My buddy Chris from Chris Speed told me to run high impedance. This is only a Elite 1000, so it can't really drive a low impedance and high impedance. So what I'm going to do is just use one driver to drive 2 80-pound injectors. So that's going to be the next plan there as I put that together. So again, everything's pretty much coming together here. I presented the water pump fittings, which these are still loose. I have to I'm gonna take the water pump out now. I did the ground cable for that. Let's see what's going on over here inside the car. So I built the whole harness. The harness is done. I just have to get it wired in the car. Here's everything already wired in there. You can see where I have 2 injector plugs. So these will run both injectors at the same exact time. The ignition harness is done as well. I just haven't terminated it because I want to make sure everything here works. And this is going to be a little electrical. This is where I'll mount everything. I know it's kind of dark in here, but actually let me get you guys a light. All right, this is probably a lot better. So what's going to happen here is this is what's going to power the board. So this is actually going to feed right through here. I'll show you guys what this will look like. And then this board is going to sit here. It'll be presented there. I'll bolt it all to it, and harness will squeeze right through there. Haltech will be mounted here. Fuse box for the Haltech will be mounted there, and I'll actually mount another little fuse box down there as well. He's got the older race pack dash, so that's what's going to go in there. So that'll be the wiring. Like I said, it's all done. I just haven't put it in there yet, so I finalize everything outside of the motor. Then coming to the back of the car, we have the battery mounted. That's already in. Optima battery tray. Ground cable's already in. I got a good ground going there. Positive. I have to finish this under the car. Fuel pump is in. Fuel filter 100 micron. That's already going out as well. All the fuel lines are ran under the car as well. This is actually using the factory tank, and this thing actually has a pretty big pickup coming from inside of this factory TE27 tank. So we'll use that for now. If we see any issues on the log, we will change it, but I don't think so. I don't think this car can handle too much power as it is anyways. So positive is there. Ground is here. I just have to get that done. And yeah, we're getting this thing, chipping away at it, man. I want to get, as soon as I get back from Hawaii, I plan on getting this thing running. So you guys will love to see this thing running. It's gonna be cool. We'll dyno it. This will be a full feature on this, and you know, once we get it fired up and all that, I'll keep logging everything so you guys can check it all out. Let's check out underneath the car now. So it was real tricky trying to get this exhaust in here. This is a whole 3.5-inch exhaust. A little too big for a TE27, but we were able to get it done. So here's a better shot underneath. So I V-band it in the rear, and it's V-band up front just to make it easier to take it all apart. So yeah, that is a 3.5-inch exhaust. Not very tight because it's just a huge pipe for this little car, but I didn't want to go with a 3-inch. I figured with the motor he's got and everything that's going on, it would be we would kind of hurt the power output. So we said screw it, we went with 3.5, and that's what's happening now. So everything's welded up. I just have to make a mount for the rear, maybe another mount over here somewhere to hold it up, because it is heavy. And that's my next step. Today I'm actually going to get the mount done in the rear, and I can get all these jack stands out, get the power cable mounted up in there as well, and keep moving along. You can see the fuel lines are already ran. It's got a number 10 feed going to the motor and a number 6 coming back. So fuel lines are all ran, battery cables ran here, and you can see the oil filter right there, easy to get to. And yeah, so yeah, I've been making some good headway on this car, and it's been here a while. We've been trying to get so many other things done that we didn't really have a lot of time to spend on this, but we did get that orange car done that was here. I didn't get any more footage from that car because everywhere I turned there was an issue with that car. I went to drive it, and I realized that it had a couple strip lugs on the back of the driver's side wheel, so it had 2 lugs basically holding on the tire, so there was no way for me to drive that car. So I basically told the customer to come pick it up, and he was gonna finalize all the things to get it running, and I mean, there's just a ton of work that needs to be done to that car that is out of our hands, and it's just too much for us. So it's not really what we do with a car like that that's completely disassembled. I think he's gonna get the car painted and, you know, finish brakes and a bunch of other stuff. So regardless, we made space here, and yeah, so we got this car getting ready to go. This is actually our Starlet where we are going to put our 4AG motor in. So I couldn't really work on this as well because I had no space. All these cars were bunched up in here with no room to access them. So this is actually up in the air now as well. So I'm going to get this done, which I'm sure you guys have seen the 4AG that's coming together. So it's completed, it's done, clutch is on. I mean, everything's there. I'm waiting on an alternator bracket that I guess I lost. I'm waiting on a water pump pulley that I ordered as well. I actually bought these T3 engine brackets that are supposed to be direct fit for a Starlet. I hope that works. And this one's already bolted on. So yeah, let's you know, we got some cool things coming up. And again, the Hawaii race is gonna happen. We leave in a few days, and man, we're pumped. You know, God willing, everything works out. I get to see the whole crew down there: Garrick, Billy, Ricky, you know, Quentin, Louie, Chase from Cars 808. Just a lot of cool stuff, a lot of great guys, man. We've made a lot of good friendships down there, and I couldn't be more pleased and happy about everything that goes on down in Hawaii. So stay tuned for updates on this car, and I will keep you guys posted. Take it easy. Bye.